Yeah, so hello everyone. Welcome to the intro session of Opencode 2022. And let's begin the session immediately. And before we begin, I just want to request again that ask your friends and uh, colleagues to join immediately. Okay, so let's begin with the outline of this session. We will go through each and every topic very briefly. And hello everyone. And uh, at the end, we will have a Q&A session where you can ask your doubts in the chat section of the live stream, and we will be sure to answer most of them. So let's begin. So first, let's talk about what is open code. Open code is one of the India's largest open source event. It is organized by the Geek and Technical Society of Triple IT Allahabad, and uh, the last year's open code was a great success, and with over greater than 1,000 participants. And OpenCode is basically an amalgamation of the various open source sessions and a thrilling edge of your seat 30 days long open source fiesta. We invite competent and experienced developers to mentor and help empower the participants to be ready for the challenges that lie ahead, giving them a much needed head start. So basically, this is a 30-day event, and it is meant to be a learning path for beginners, which are the people who are starting their development career and have not contributed to open source ever. This is a very great starting point and a learning point to become from zero to hero in any latest technology or methodology that our projects are based on.
Hey everyone. Uh, so what my friend just said was that open code is like a 30-day challenge. We'll be starting with from 17 December and we'll be going till 16th January. And during this period of time, what you'll be having is you're having a set of repositories or projects posted on GitHub, and you'll be have to contribute on that project. And based upon your contributions, there will be a leaderboard that will be maintained, and at the end of the month you'll be a winner will be decided out of it. So the main reason to conduct open code for all of us is to introduce you all to the world of open source software. uh, as you all know, most of the technologies that we use are either based upon or are working on a framework that is open source. And to be honest, open source is like one of the most beautiful thing about development community. That's like a place where most developers can go and contribute and build something great. I guess you all must have heard about Linux. So yeah, how does it work?
So let's talk about how open code exactly works. Um, Now, for the participants, these are some of the few points to keep in mind. First, the only thing that drives open source and open code is that participants should have a zeal to contribute in the open source live projects, and they must be highly motivated to do so. Uh, because it's a slightly competitive, and but in the in it is, its nature is such that you learn a lot while doing so. So hunt for open issues based on choice and put a request for working on that issue in comment section of that issue. The way you do that is, okay, so Aditya, can you continue?
Yeah, sure. So, the way open code works is we'll be having a set of live projects, and we'll be telling you about those projects on like Discord. Most of you must have joined our Discord channel. Those who haven't, just log in and you can join it from there. So we'll be like announcing our projects on Discord, and later there will be repositories set up on GitHub. Again, we'll be attaching the GitHub link with the project description. That will all be done when the contribution period starts. Okay. So once we have the projects live, you'll there will be a set of issues or some tasks that you will have to do based on the project. And as per your skills and specifications, you can claim that issue. And once you have claimed that issue, you'll be having maximum 2 days to work on that issue and create a PR for the same. Don't worry if these concepts sound like a bit too much, like the pull request or issues. These are basic Git or GitHub terms that can be learned within a 5 minutes tutorial, right? So what we need is we'll be needing people with the motivation to like learn something, right? This is why we have opened this for the first year in triple IT also, so that those without any technical background can also try and learn something out of this. Pankaj, can you continue?
Okay, so for the mentors, uh, the mentors have to create and maintain the repositories on the open code GitHub organization, and the mentors tasks are to open the issues, assign points to each issue based on the difficulty of the issue, and managing the assignment of the issues to the participants. So whenever a participant comments claim to on the issue, it is the duty of the mentor to assign that issue to the participant. And the mentors also have to ensure that no one hogs all the issues that are created on any repositories. Everyone must have an equal opportunity or almost equal opportunity to claim issues. So there is a limit on the number of issues that each participant can claim, and we will discuss about that in detail next. So here are some detailed guidelines for the participants. A participant can only be assigned at most 3 issues, with a further limit that each repository, the participant can claim at most 1 issue at a time per on each repository. So to get another issue, he or she must finish or give up another assigned issue. And this is not, some people confuse that this is the limit for the whole event. This is not. At any point of time you can have at most 3 issues assigned to yourself, and within that also, at for each repository you can have at most 1 issue. And for uh, first year students can only work on 1 issue at a time overall. Because we have exactly one repository for first year students, which
Uh,
we will get to in a bit.
that although that repository is like exclusive to first year, there's no limit to contributions. The first year can also contribute to other projects as well, if
Yes.
uh, if they are like worthy of doing it. Also, one more thing I'd like to add is you can claim issues from any tech stack or any skill based upon yourself throughout the open code. There's no limit to a particular amount of skill set that you'll be working on. So in the numerous amounts of projects that we have, you can claim unlimited amount of issues, but only 3 at a time, but unlimited amount of issues based upon your skills, and you can learn from that. Also, yeah, at most there must be 30 assigned to one person. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so moving on, once an issue is assigned to a participant, the candidate will have a period of exactly 48 hours to either complete the issue or give up the issue. So failing to do so, the issue will become open to claims from other participants. And now this 48-hour period is for creating the first pull request for that issue. Once a pull request is created, if there are some minor changes that the mentor demands, then it is up to the mentor to give extra time to um, uh, make those changes. So set a commit per pull request and name the commit as something meaningful. For example, adding your name in students or mentors section. This is a very general guideline which is applicable in all open source projects. So your commit message should not be random or completely gibberish. It should have a meaningful message related to what task you are performing in that pull request. Okay, and further, this is the pattern that you have to follow in when you are creating a pull request. The body of the pull request must have this exact text. uh, this is to ensure that points are correctly assigned to you. So issue colon and replace this piece of text with the issue number.
Yeah, but whenever you'll be creating a PR, don't worry, there will be a PR template which we have uploaded to our repository. And as you create a PR, there will be a template that will come on your editor, and you can edit it upon your on the way you want. But the first line of the PR must be same: issue colon space and the issue number that you are working on. Right. This is because we are using a automated system here to assign points to you, and that automated system only works if a certain set of syntax is followed. Yep.
Okay, so next, the pull request template also contain, besides this, the first line is compulsory, and pull request templates also ask you to basically add some description regarding what task you are solving and how did you achieve it. So it will be nice. It is optional, but it will be very good if you add some screenshots or links to live demos for the task that you have done. Uh, Provide the link to live GitHub pages. This point says the same thing. Now, pull requests older than 2 days with no response from the contributor shall be marked closed. This is basically a direct coincidence of the time limit of 48 hours that is given after claiming the issue. Uh, and avoid duplicate PRs. This is to ensure that there is no hustle for of PRs. Is no rush. So if you create multiple PRs for the same task, then it will be very difficult for us to merge the correct one, and it will eventually result in uh, delaying the points that you get. So participants may also open issues in a particular repository. This is actually not the this is not actually the desired workflow, but if mentor allows it, then only you can open the issues. You If you want to open an issue, then you have to first discuss it with the mentor on the Discord channel, and if the mentor approves the issue, then you are free to open it. And be polite and communicate as much as you can. The main mo- the main medium of communication for the entire event is the Discord channel itself. So you can also have healthy discussions on the uh, GitHub below the issues as comments. But Discord channel is the most preferable one. So now let's say why you should participate in this. If you are a beginner, then start your open source journey with Opencode. This has helped a lot of people from in during previous years. Many of
Many of our batchmates and many of our seniors as well started their tech development journey from Opencode only. So it's one of the biggest platforms to start your journey because you'll be assigned mentors who will work with you 24 hours, and they will be open to any discussions. You can ask any doubts with them, and that will be one of the greatest thing that you can like have to start a journey in Opencode.
So before you start contributing, there is one requirement that you should get yourself a little bit familiar about with the version control technology, which is Git and GitHub. So this, if you get yourself familiar with this before the event, before the contribution period begins, it will be a great help to you. However, if you don't have the time, or then you can also learn it during the contribution period. We have plenty of resources available on the Discord channel to help you learn Git and GitHub and several other technologies which are related to our projects. So feel free to explore it. And what are the prerequisites? Ideally, it is absolute zero. There are no prerequisites. Git and GitHub are considered as a prerequisite, but it is also optional. You can eventually learn it while making contributions.
And that's why we have kept the contribution period to 1 month because in a month you'll be learning as well as contributing. So, yeah, you can have absolutely zero knowledge about anything about technology, and you can still participate in open code because at the end of the day, there will be mentors who will be providing you with tutorials and uh, help in any kind you want.
Yeah, so the basic general prerequisites are that you have to be motivated, highly motivated to keep learning, and your basic knowledge of Git and GitHub would really help. But if you don't have any idea, then you can take help of the resources in Open Code Discord server. So now let's take a quick peek into some of the projects that we will be presenting in during this 1 month event. So one of the projects is a forum application which is a discussion forum designed for the students of Triple ITA to ask questions, share their experiences, and to know what their peers are up to. This project uses Django for backend and React.js for frontend. These will be two separate repositories, one for the front end and one for the backend. You are free to explore them. And one will be GoGet. As some of you may be or may already be knowing the basics of Git, and or some of you may not know anything about Git, this repository is for you guys. Um, it will contain some tasks from very basic to expert level related to Git and GitHub, which will be a great help in mastering the version control technology. So these are just two of the projects, and there are a lot more projects which will be revealed once the contribution period begins. And
And don't worry, there are projects from every domain of technology that we can find. more than 20 plus projects will be hosting this year, and there'll be a wide range of tech stacks, as well as there'll be no code repositories as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for them.
So we also have some special projects this time. For the first time in Open Code, we have a project for dedicated game developers out there. I'm sure you all must be very excited about game development, but many people find it very difficult. This is the place where you can start learning it. Zombie Mania is a 3D platformer zombie survival shooter made with Unity engine. Uh, and there will be a dedicated project for female contributors, and also a special repository which is solely for first year candidates. And we come to css battles. Css battles will be hosted weekly, and there will be 3 css battles throughout open code, distributed evenly across the contribution period. And css battles are open, also open to all. You can showcase your css skills very well in these battles. And look out for notifications on announcements channel in the discord server, uh, for knowing when they start. Kaggle competitions. For ML enthusiasts, we are hosting a Kaggle competition for the contributors. The Kaggle competition will span the entire contribution period. And for further details and schedule, check out the announcements channel. And let's talk about prizes now. There are plenty of prizes associated for which will be given to top contributors, uh, and top mentors also. So
So yeah,
the
we'll
exact details of the projects will be declared after the first half of the contribution period. So keep an eye out on the announcements channel on the Discord server. We will reveal them very soon. Now let's talk briefly about the registration process. The registration process for OpenCode is fairly straightforward. You can visit the website for OpenCode, and there you can find the DevFolio registration link and also the link to join the Discord server. So this is a very important point, that registration has to be done individually. This is not a team event. So all the registrations must be done individually. No team registrations are allowed. Right. Now let's come to
uh,
Q&A session.
before the Q&A, I guess most of you would be having some doubt in the claiming procedure and all of that. So let us just take a moment and see if we can present a walkthrough in a way. Okay. So first, let us go to the OpenCode repository.
Okay, so now we will present a demo of how the entire process of claiming issues and merging pull requests work. So this is a sample repository on in the GitHub organization, Collaborative Web 2022. First, for contributing, you need to fork this repository from here. Click on fork, and once you have forked it to your own GitHub account, then look out
Uh,
for issues.
yep.
These are the
So,
open issues for in this repository. This issue is has a value of 10 points, and this one has a value of 20 points. And Aditya, you can continue with the speaking part.
yeah, sure. So, the first thing to look out when you are contributing to an open code project is that keep a lookout for the number of issues that it has. So, for example, in this project, like collaborative web, we have two issues that are open currently. These are just test issues. So, as you can see, they have labels with them: points, colon 10 and 20. So, as you complete this issue, you'll be assigned this amount of points in your leaderboard. Now, let's open a test issue 2.
Let's open a new test issue.
Right. So, as you can see, now here are three issues, and what you have to do is you will have to go to an issue and write just a single thing, that's claim. So, once you have write claim in your comment, the first person to claim the issue will be assigned the issue, and will have 2 days to work on that issue. Uh, so, like for example, I'll be writing. Yep. So, yep. So as I've written claim, the mentor here will be assigning me this issue, and I'll have 2 days to work on this issue and create a PR. Now, once you have created the PR, the mentor will look at that PR and propose some changes, or if it's good to go, then he'll be merging the PR. And once the PR is merged, you'll be given the assigned number of points. Or if it isn't, then you'll have to work upon it and create a new PR, or you can just make changes in the older one, and your PR will be merged then also. In the worst case, if you are not unable to solve this issue, then you can just communicate with the mentor and you'll be unassigned this issue, and another contributor can take up this issue. And yep, I guess we would have cleared all of our points. And yeah, uh, the chat box is open for doubts. You can just let us know. Uh, there's some issues about the amount of time that you'll have to dedicate for this. So, as I've said, it's upon you to take the amount of workload that you want. You can claim three issues at one time, or you can just keep working on a single issue. That's all up to you. As per your flexibility, you can work on an issue, and yes, uh, mostly an hour a day or like 30 minutes a day, depending upon the difficulty of an issue, you can give to open code. Also, some people have doubts about the dev folio registration process. So I'll let you know. There's no need to make a team or select a team in OpenCode. What you have to do is when you are just submitting your application to OpenCode, just submit an individual application. You'll have to choose that option. Okay. So in case you still have any doubts, just let us know on Discord and we'll be happy to help. Uh, how do we know if a claim is accepted? So once you claim an issue, the mentor will assign it to you in a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes. That won't be an issue. So once you have written claim, the mentor will assign that issue to you. So you'll know that this issue is assigned to you, right? And yep, the theme. There's no override theme to open code. There are multiple projects with variety of themes or you can say tech stack. So you can work on that. There's no complete theme to open code, but yeah.
Okay, so those who have already created a team on DevFolio, uh, we can unregister you, and you have to do a you have to register again as an individual. And for that, those who have created a team on Defolio, you can ping us on Discord. You can ping the organizer role on Discord, and we'll be sure to help you out.
So yeah, if an issue is left left unresolvable for 2 days, then the person that the issue is assigned will be reassigned. Uh, Another person will claim that issue, and the person who was previously working on it will be unassigned that issue. But I would recommend that instead of that, you would be communicating with your mentor. If you are unable to solve an issue, the mentor will provide you with the resources to work with it, and then you can do as you necessary. And one more thing, for any kind of issues or any unresolvable problem that you have, even if it's regarding hosting the project or any kind of issue with the tech stack or any code you want, you can always talk with the mentors. You can always communicate with them. They are 24/7 available on the Discord channel. You can just tag any one of us, and someone will ask you to come up on the VC. I guess we are open for 5 to 10 minutes more. If you have any more questions, then okay, or else we'll be ending the stream.
So we have a question regarding how many projects will be there. There will be a lot of projects, mostly greater than 20. So you won't feel that uh, shortage of projects. There will be a lot of them, so you can contribute to as many projects as you want. One question is that can we reclaim the same issue? No, if you have by mistakenly, if you have unassigned yourself from that issue, then you can ping the mentor and he can reassign it to you. However, if the time limit of 2 days has expired and the mentor has unassigned you from that issue, then in that case you cannot claim the issue once again. It will be given to someone else.
Also, a lot of you have just filled up the application but not submitted it on Devfolio. You have a day to correct that, and by 17:10 p.m. the registration will process will be closed. So even if someone you know is still doubting about participating to Opencode, let him or her know that we'll be closing the registration on 17:10 p.m. Uh, and yeah, so all those who have just filled the application, you are required to submit it as well. And let us know if you are unable to do so. We'll be happy to help. And I guess with that, and there are no more questions as well. So we'll be ending the Q&A here, and we'll be ending the session. If you have any more doubts, let us ping us on Discord, and again, we'll be happy to help. So yeah, thank you, and see you there in open call.